Hello, everyone, and welcome to Thursday. I am very excited about dinner because when we went to the Costco earlier, we got to finally grab the thing that we never get a chance to grab, and that is a rotisserie chicken. They are $5. They are a great deal.
And that's because we're normally not going to be eating it when we're at Costco. Like, we've already eaten or we have other plans.
Yeah.
And it's best right out of the oven.
Yeah. Things never line up for us to get a rotisserie chicken. We have to basically be going to Costco in the evening with the intention of bringing home a dinner straight from Costco. And tonight that happened, and we got to have rotisserie chicken. So we get this big, beautiful rotisserie chicken. And it's $5, and that's dinner for both of us.
We have salad too, but
I don't even know if we're gonna get to the salad. So we can just eat this Dixie Stampede style and watch a show. It's really nice to enjoy this because we don't really get a chance to do this all that often. Once we're done with this, I'm going to show you some of the stuff that we did today, because actually Brandon was here a little bit earlier because he had to go out of town for work and we had to drop him off at the airport. But before he went, he was here for a little bit and we actually did some work in the house. And
his stuff arrived.
Oh. Yeah, he actually had some stuff shipped here, so we have some of his stuff, and that's interesting, I guess. But the most important thing is that we move some stuff around in the house, and I'll show you once I eat. Probably not all this bird, but some, 3/4. So the first thing that is notable that I have done is something that I don't have to have done for Sunday, but I wanted to do because it's something I wanted to do anyway, and that is I put a camera up there on the truss for the tabletop setup. So that is the camera that we were using in the loft, and well, that's basically been our streaming camera for the past however many years, three and a half years. We got it at the beginning of 2019. That's the Pocket Cinema Camera 4K. And this was my idea for it, to make it a overhead camera. I haven't turned on the computer and tried this out and set this up, but this is my general idea. So I'll have to, based on how much of the table we need to see. I mean, this zoom lens can be adjusted. So this would be a little technical, but not super technical. The camera that I've had here has been the FX3, which will output 4K over HDMI. Now the stream for tabletop has been 1080, and that means that if you have a 1080 canvas, but you're using a 4K camera, that you can punch in, which is why we've been able to punch in and retain all of the resolution when we do so. This camera will only do 1080p out of HDMI, but we don't need to punch into it because it's just, when we switch to it, it's just whatever we're looking at on the table. Yeah, so I'm excited to have that all set up. The only thing I didn't have is, you can see I've got the HDMI cable running over here, and then it kind of swoops down here. And this is a trip hazard. That's not good. So I did order a new cable. So that's a 15-foot cable. I ordered a 20-foot cable, and that'll be here tomorrow. I don't know. It's one of the advantages of living in Raleigh is there's been a lot of times where I've ordered something and the default option from Amazon is just tomorrow. Some of them are today, and I'm I don't need it today. It's not really a problem. It's would you just get it today? And I'm okay, whatever. So I will have that in time for Sunday, which is when we're going to do the next puzzle stream, or continue to do the puzzle stream. And that's good because that's dangerous, and I don't want anyone to fall and get hurt, even though there's plenty of other opportunities. This, just in general, this side of the room is not so good. And if again, this is an iterative process. We're slowly making this better, but I'll get that looking better at some point, I'm sure. But the iteration for this particular stream is the overhead camera. I haven't done anything with audio, so tough. That is something that I will need to do at some point, but I'll get there. Oh, one other thing that I wanted to mention, just because I thought this was funny. The way that I have this mounted is this truss that we got. It comes with these bars, and the bars have two different mounting points. A big hole and a small hole. God help me, I can't remember what the specific measurements are, but it's like the two common film equipment measurements. And there's three of these bars, and the only way I could figure out to get this on here without buying like a bracketed one, like a right angle, was to use a ball head. So that's actually what this is. It's just a ball head. And the problem with doing this is that, if the ball head doesn't hold over time, then the camera will just go, but I can deal with that when the time comes. Now, what I did in the meantime is I slipped one of these tiny bungee cords through the cage, and then I just attached it on the other side. So I don't think it'll do that because of that, but that also gives me just a little insurance that if anything were to go wrong and that camera would fall, I mean, it shouldn't fall, it's screwed in, but if it were, it shouldn't fall down. It would just hang by that. Anyway, hopefully that doesn't even happen. Okay, so that's exciting for Sunday. And I still need to solve audio, but I've been so busy with other things. Because I had to work on, that's the wrong button. I had to work on Emil's Paper Mario announcement video, which I think I only really talked about on Breakfast Stream. I don't think I've really spoken about that here on the vlog. I'm trying to think what I can say very, very quickly, but the storyboard vlog that I did a while back, that was for Emil. He wanted to do a video for his new series, which is a remake of his Paper Mario LP from years and years ago. And God, why are you keeping the wrong buttons? Keeping all the wrong buttons. There we go. So I helped him with that. And I might use another vlog at some point in the near future to talk more in depth about that. But I did talk about it at depth on a breakfast stream. But yeah, I storyboarded it. I helped Emil with the script a little bit. I formatted it for script. I did a storyboard and a shot list, and then I also edited that. And that took some time. So between that and the hospital tour, I've been busy. So I haven't had enough time to think about, I need to soundproof this room somehow. I'll get there. So here's the other thing that happened today. And this is a fairly big change. Maybe I should start by showing you the office because it'll maybe make this a little more impactful. So there is some stuff now missing in here. We've moved some things from the shelves. And the reason for that is with Extra Life coming up soon, very soon, we want to undouble stack the Wii games from the shelf because right now everything is too deep, and we want to take that front stack and have it all around here so the games are easier to get to. Because when we're changing games during Extra Life, the ease of which you can get to the game matters a lot, and we want to make sure that we facilitate that. So what we're doing is we are in the process of moving all the stuff that's on here that's not Wii or Wii U into here. And so far it's going pretty well. So we got a bunch of Switch games there. There's some 3DS, Super Nintendo, Genesis, Deal or No Deals. And then also, this is a big deal, look at that, player's guides, which, there's some there, and then there's a little stack over there as well. But the player's guides are out, which is fantastic, because we had just a bunch of boxes of guides. And, in our last place, we lived there for how long now? 3 years?
Yeah.
And we never once had the player's guides out. Anytime we wanted a player's guide, we had to go into our master bedroom closet and dig through boxes to find it. So that's kind of sad for me. That was really sad because I actually really like player's guides. I really like print for all of this old retro video game stuff. It's also one of the reasons why I really like to try and find manuals, because they're just fascinating. And it was really sad in our last place we could not display them. And now we actually finally have them out. So none of this stuff is alphabetized. That is something that we will deal with later. For now, it's just a matter of like getting the stuff out of the room, getting it over here, and slowly but surely getting everything set up for Extra Life. So I'm excited for Extra Life, but also, you know, it's that realization of, hey, it's not much more than a week away. We need to start getting things ready. So we are. Anyway, that's all the stuff. You know, because Brandon didn't help me set up the camera so much because I did that, but Brandon helped encourage us to actually do this and move things and start getting it put away. So yeah, I think that the only bad feel is by the time we move the stuff in here or in the office into this room, and we've taken the stuff in that room and we, you know, put it back to being single stack, we're not going to have much space. You know, we were so excited about having all the billies up and having so much room for games. And the truth is, we don't. I mean, things basically have to stay double stacked.
We'll re-double stack after Extra Life.
Yeah, I know. It sucks. It sucks. I was hoping that we would have things, we would have a little more room to have things single stacked, and that's just not going to happen. That's okay. Could be worse.
Could be.
What you got there?
You want to help me fold the sheets?
Yeah, I can do that. All right, I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much for watching. Extra Life is... Let's be back tomorrow, shall we?